are now here with Dr. Jeremy Osmond, who is the new Director of Rehab at Orchard Park Post-Acute Rehab Hospital. Jeremy, how are you?
Very good.
Good. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad to see you.
I know.
For those of you who don't know, Jeremy is my cousin, so I have the privilege of getting to see Jeremy on other occasions as well.
Absolutely,
yeah, the Olive Garden last time we were here was really great.
Yeah. Any excuse to get together. Right?
I know, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So how do you like your new job at Orchard Park?
I love it. I love it. Orchard Park is, in my opinion, one of the best facilities around for the population that we treat. As far as the people that work there, the patients that we see, it just doesn't compare to any other facility I've ever been to. It's phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, and I heard wonderful things throughout the community about your therapy, and so I know that it's a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you are here to talk with us today about what are some of the most common injuries in seniors.
So I would probably have to say the most common injury among that population, the population that I particularly treat on a regular basis, would have to be falls. Falls are probably the most prevalent thing for elderly individuals over the age of 65. In fact, in 1 year, roughly 40% of individuals over the age of 65 they have at least one fall within that year. And among those people, up to 30% of those people that fall, those falls result in a moderate to severe injury, like a fracture or a traumatic brain injury. So it's a very serious issue.
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
And so when people fall, do they trip over something, or do they just break something? Or I mean, I've heard a lot of different. There's a lot
of different variables that go into why people fall. And in fact, I've come up with sort of an acronym of things that kind of a checklist of things for people to go through. I call it the MESH tips. Okay, and it's kind of an acronym. So M would stand for medication. So you really want to make sure that the medications that you're taking, either by themselves or in a combination with other medications, don't have side effects of like dizziness or drowsiness. So you can talk with your physician or at the pharmacy and make sure that they go through that list to make sure there's none of those side effects. The next one is E, which is exercise. I mean, just general exercise, whether it's walking or a specific balance exercise that you've had put together. I can't stress it enough. The most important part is just getting out and doing regular routine exercise, even if it's simple. Okay. So the next one is S on the MESH acronym. S would be for sharp vision. You want to really make sure that you're getting your annual vision or annual eye exams and following the recommendations for the glasses or contacts that you've been recommended to wear, because vision is such a huge aspect of seeing things that could be potential trip hazards or fall hazards. And the last one is home hazards. So whether it's a area rug that's not fastened to the ground, or handrails on the stairs, or grab bars where you need them getting in and out of a bathtub, or, I mean, it's just a whole host of things. Proper lighting in your home so you can see things. So.
Okay, so we've got, just to recap, MESH, we've got medicine, exercise, sharp vision, and home hazards.
That's right.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I can remember that really well. And so was this your own?
Well, it's sort of, I took it from sort of a list of things that the CDC actually gives out as guidelines. They actually, I brought this, they call it the Check for Safety that the CDC puts out, and you can just download it from their website. But it goes through a checklist of all these things, and I sort of took the most important ones and created that MESH
Wonderful.
tips. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned that you may have something that we can do hands-on to help practice not falling. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
So there's some exercises that you want to do. Now, I have to stress, very important that you be safe with the exercises. Consult your physician or consult your physician, physical therapist, or some sort of nationally certified exercise specialist before you start anything. But really keep it real simple. Let's come out here and I'll show you a couple things we can do. So when you're talking about fall risks, you want to really focus on all the major muscle groups of, most importantly, your lower extremities. Okay, so the first one you want to focus on is your lower leg, or your calf, or your tibialis anterior in the front. Okay, so the first one, we keep it real simple with these. Okay, so you're going up on your toes and then back on your heels. Okay, going back and forth Very good. Okay, then you want to move up the chain. So we're going to go to the quads. Okay, so you're going to do some simple squats.
Okay.
And you want to probably do 10 to 15 repetitions of each exercise.
Okay.
Just kind of listen to your body that you're not doing too many,
Okay.
causing any soreness or anything like that. Okay, then you move back, come to your hamstrings.
Okay.
You can do some hamstring curls
Okay.
on each leg. So 10, 15, 20 times on each
Okay.
side. Move to the right leg.
Okay.
And then you want to move up the chain again to your hips. Okay, so we're going out to the sides. And you always want to have something you can hang on to. I like to encourage people to do at the kitchen sink, at the countertop, something
Okay,
they can hold
sure.
on to. Then we do the other leg.
Mm-hmm.
We move back in the chain to your hip extenders. Okay,
Okay.
you're going to come back.
Great.
And once you've covered all the major leg muscle
Uh-huh.
groups, we can move into the balance exercises.
Okay, great.
So we start back at the first exercise, which is going up on your toes. Okay, so you're going to go up and you're going to hold it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then what I want you to do is you're going to let go of one hand from the countertop.
Okay.
And if you can keep going, the next step is to go down to one finger
Uh-huh.
or no hands at all.
Okay. Now
Okay.
that is harder than it looks.
It is. It is. So you're up on your toes. And again, you want to stay close to something that you can hang on to so you're not
Okay.
going to fall. Okay.
Mhm.
And if that's easy, the next step to bump it up and take it up a notch is you're going to go up on your toes, you turn your head all the way over one shoulder, and then do the same thing.
This is like a crazy yoga move.
You're gonna exactly. You're gonna let go of one hand,
Okay.
and then down to a finger,
Uh-huh.
and then down, keeping that head turned all
Oh,
the way.
yeah, this is not easy.
Hold for maybe 20 seconds or
Okay.
so, and then you can switch sides. Look
Okay.
the other side.
All right.
One hand, one finger, and then no hands.
Interesting.
So those are all kind of progressions to work your way up in difficulty.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, mainly focusing on the major muscle groups of the legs, and then incorporating balance. And then the most important, the most underrated exercise out there is just getting out and walking regularly.
Walking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody should be doing that. It's
Interesting.
a simple exercise, but it is so healthy and so good for you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you,
Yeah.
Dr. Osmond.
Yeah.
Great to have you on.
Thanks.
And now, will you be posting this anywhere that we can see it? Will it be on Orchard Park's
That's
website?
a good question. Yeah, I can probably put something together for our
Okay.
website and actually put some links to these CDC PDFs that you can download.
Okay,
and
wonderful.
Take a look at.
So if you want to know more about some exercises you can do to prevent injury and to prevent falls, go to orchardparkrehab.com. And Dr. Jeremy Osmond will have those exercises there for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.